Okay, we're alive. I know I say it every week, but this time I'm serious. It's going to be a short one because of my a little bit of a cold that I have. It's going to be short, but I want to thank everybody for joining us. Happy holidays to everyone. Christmas will be here this weekend. uh, Everybody's in Christmas mode now. I want to thank everybody who's been who's been following us through the holidays. Man, let's get into this one because, like I say, this cold is getting the best of me. Uh, this one right here is just a pre. It's going to be me really preaching to myself. This right here is just to kind of clear my mind before the holidays. And today's topic is holidays can be hard times, especially for Black entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, I think I don't know if other races and stuff have the same issues uh, as some of us as African American entrepreneurs do. I don't know other cultures and stuff. They're a lot more. They have a lot more experience dealing with entrepreneurs versus African American culture. So for me, a lot of times the holidays are supposed to be a joyful time. A lot of times when the holidays start to come, that's when a lot of the BS come in my life. Believe it or not, when the holidays come, and some of it is probably self inflicted, but it happens. With me right now, what happens with me when the holidays come? I'm not saying that my businesses don't do well. The businesses always do well. They thrive. I'm doing good going into 2024. We're projecting up, and we got a lot of great things that's going to be happening in the next 2 years. But with me, it always pops back up. All of the actual disagreements and stuff that comes with being an entrepreneur and being an African American entrepreneur. The disagreements I get now, because when you're an entrepreneur, you're somewhat of a visionary, and you deal with facts. You don't deal with what somebody believe and this and that, and you don't have a lot of time for a lot of what I call BS and a lot of the stuff that a lot of people in your family and stuff might be uh might 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 because we're at different stages in life. I got to be careful because I got to see everybody this weekend, but we're somewhat at different stages in life, and so things that I see, they might not be able to see because they don't get the exposure, and they've been programmed. And when I say they've been programmed, they've been programmed. I mean, uh, programmed. I remember they used to talk about the Korean war veterans, the prisoners of war. It said it used to be back in the days. You was a POW, you became a prisoner of war. They would beat you, and they had to have this whatchamacall around you, this barbed wire, so you wouldn't leave. When they fought in Korea, they found out the prisoner of wars, they didn't have no barbed wire. These guys was walking freely amongst the enemy and stuff. And when they tried to go rescue these people, they didn't want to leave. They actually would fight back to keep from getting rescued. They used to call it getting brainwashed. That's what they're talking about. They got brainwashed. They got programmed to to believe that that whoever side they came there with went on their side no more. To the point where they didn't have to lock these people up. These people just wouldn't leave the uh the prisons. They could roam freely. They just weren't going nowhere. Well, that's the same thing that has happened to us as African Americans. We brainwashed. I never in my life seen a group of people. I can't say that. Certain segments of my family that's so brainwashed. I never seen it before in my life, and it's getting to the point where at 50, 51 years old, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of every year having to go to the same thing and have the same arguments. I remember, uh, I remember at one point in time, uh, I gotta be careful. Jesus Christ, I gotta be careful. Um, uh, I had access. I have access. I owned a lot of buildings. I own four buildings downtown Selma. I have a nephew that he was a barber, and I went to him and said, "Hey, man, let's do this. One of these buildings, let me put a barber. Instead of you paying chair rent and stuff for all these people, I'm gonna take one of these buildings. Let me put you a barber shop in there, and and we'll build us a barber shop together. You ain't got to pay no rent or nothing. We'll build it up, and we'll make our money off the other people that come in, and you'll run it. And then we eventually could open up another one and stuff. I got the building. I'm going to pay to renovate it. I just need to put a business in it, and you run it. And he didn't want to do it. He said, nah, he didn't want to do it. And now he's gone. He went some other place and opened up a barber shop, and he got paid rent there. He'd been paying rent there for 3 or 4 years, and that money he could have saved and had his own barbershop. He got his own barbershop there, but he got paid rent there, and he's the only chair here. He could have had multiple chairs, multiple barbers, and all that stuff. Where he probably wouldn't have to be cutting hair right now. We could have built it out that way. I also went to my family and the women and say, hey, I got a building. Let me put a nail salon in there. Y'all going to pay everybody to do y'all nails and feet and stuff. The equipment ain't much. I paid to put the equipment in it. I just need to get a business in there and get it running. Um, and the women uh, didn't want to do it. For some reason, African American women don't want to go to African American women and get their feet done. Don't want to go to get their nails done. They're being programmed to believe that the Vietnamese is the best. I guess they're the best ones to do nails. The Asians, so they don't feel. Cause I was telling them, I paid for somebody to go learn, go get the license to do nails, and come back and open up a nail salon. And then I even went to the community around here. I started asking everybody, any African American young lady or man or whoever who does nails? I couldn't find one, and so that didn't work. Uh, about 7, 8 years ago, I whatchamacall, I went out and I bought, buying all these, as they call these, shotgun houses or these shed houses. I heard everything in the world about all these houses I was buying. You buying all these crap houses, crack houses, and all this stuff. Well, I told him, I said, the houses ain't for $2 or $3,000. Let's buy as much as we can buy. And they fought me. I mean, to the point where I almost got into a physical altercation where they wanted to physically fight. And I'll be like, no, what's going on? Why are you doing this? To the point where I was trying to buy property. Some of my family had told people, don't tell him you got any property to sell. He's buying too much property. He has enough. He don't need no more property. Why you trying to buy all this property? Who you trying to impress? What you trying to do? You doing too much. I was like, it's cheap. Let's buy it now. Then what you gonna do with it? I'm gonna fix it up sometime. But right now, while it's cheap, let's buy it. I could have bought 50 or 60 properties if they would have just got on. If they not just got on board, if they would have just left me alone. I mean, leave me alone. Don't bother me while I'm doing it. Just get out the way and let me go out here and buy the properties. And stop bothering me all night and all day. And every time we get around, everybody jumping on me about buying properties. Just leave me alone. If they would just left me alone, I could have had 30 or 40 properties. Easy. Anyway, they worried me so bad I stopped even buying property. People wouldn't even sell me no property no more. So from there, we get to where we are now, 6 years in the future. These same Negroes now want to argue me about what I'm doing with my properties. You need to save them. I want one. And this wasn't that y'all. Everybody could have had 4 or 5 properties back then. But now that the housing here is 400,000, 500,000 to buy a house, and you can't afford one. Now you come in and you want to now tell me what the hell to do with my fucking properties I paid for, and what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. This how these Negroes are. And then from there you come back and I'm telling you all, hey, let's start this ice cream. Let's start an ice cream parlor. Blah blah blah. Ain't nobody gonna buy no ice cream. This and that. You wasting your time. Who gonna buy ice cream? This and that. And now the ice cream has taken off. Look, it's too late now. Too late. I don't need your help. I don't need your help now. Now I figured out I can do it with employees. I don't need to do it with family no more. I do it with employees. They have to do what they don't have to, but they more inclined to do what I say because I'm paying them. So I now have to push my family away from the ice cream parlor because they don't want to participate. All they do is come there and argue and try to tell you what to do and don't know what they're doing. Same thing. They come here and they it's just all this stuff I'm gonna have to deal with this weekend. It's gonna be nonstop. Me down there trying to defend my decisions, what I've done, what I'm doing in the future to people who haven't done anything. And something that really pissed me off because it already started it. It started it 2 days ago, building up to it. The weekend, I had two family members. I was telling them, I said, if y'all would listen to me, we could have bought 30, 40 properties easy. And they're gonna tell me, well, you couldn't afford it. I'm like, don't listen to that. He couldn't afford it, those properties. Who the hell gonna tell me I couldn't afford it? I bought those and I'm asking them, okay, all right, granted, you say I couldn't afford it. Yeah, you couldn't have got all of those. All right, how many amongst everybody in the family and go all your siblings, go your nieces, go your go your first cousins, go your great aunts and all that. How many properties and y'all add up all y'all properties that y'all have that y'all own free and clear, and I mean all your siblings, your nieces, your nephews, your grandkids, your great uncles, everybody. Add them up. And how many y'all got compared to what I have? And then y'all gonna tell me what I can afford and what I can do. And so that's the stuff I'm gonna have to deal with this weekend. I'm not looking forward to it. Some who had thought about I might not even. I'm at the point now. I'll just text one of my buddies, and he was telling me he down in Miami. He said he not dealing with it no more. I'm what you call. I'm at the point now. I might say I might not deal with them no more. I just it's to the point where it's not even worth going there trying to have a logical conversation with people who who actually. It's hard to have logical conversation with people who actually believe that they can win in the lottery. So if you got somebody who believe they can win in lottery and stuff like that, you can't. I can't have a logical conversation with them. And so then you end up and you amongst the people, everybody, majority of the people around you are like that. Now you whatchamacall, and you stuck in you the only hardball. You the one who gonna get beat up about this mess. So it's hard for us as being African American entrepreneurs going back to family and friends and trying to tell them about this entrepreneur stuff because they just don't believe it. Somebody told me that you putting all your eggs in and just ice cream. I said, nah, I got plenty of businesses. And what businesses you got now? You gave your other business to your nephew. I was like, I got my license holding. I get paid from that. I get paid from Appliance Boot Camp. You don't get paid from Appliance Boot Camp. I don't never see nobody down there. Yeah, because everything is online. Ain't nobody buying nothing online. Okay. I got the ice cream parlor that I get paid from, but every time we come down there, you ain't working. So how you getting paid? I own it. I don't have to work. And so I'm telling them this type of stuff and they're telling me, no, you can't depend on that. How you know that ice cream? How you know people might just stop buying ice cream? How stupid do you sound? People gonna stop buying ice cream. You know, people now care more about the health. Now you talking about Americans, where on the when you go buy a pack of cigarettes, on the front of it, they got a big stamp that tell you you're gonna get cancer. You smoke this thing, and they still smoking them. Ain't nobody stop. And you talking about Americans that you know if you smoke this pipe and with this crack on it, you're gonna get addicted. It ain't gonna be a good thing. You sniff this cocaine, but they still doing it. You think they're gonna stop eating ice cream? Come on now, how crazy do you sound? I got 100-year track record with this ice cream thing. I can look at. So what? So I'm asking them, what do you like better? Where you can go get you get a job. Now, granted, I don't mind people going to work. Ain't nothing wrong with going to get a job. But I have this question all the time. These people go get a job. I have family members that worked at a job for 30 years. Worked for at a job for 30 years, retired. And that job, they couldn't pass that job off to their daughters. They couldn't pass it off to their son, their granddaughters, and none of them. They didn't get no benefits from that job. And when the job was over with, it was over with. It was done. What did it benefit them? Not one. Then granted, it might have helped them pay some bills, but unfortunately, it whatchamacall. It didn't. They couldn't pass it down to it. My appliance repair business. My appliance repair business supported me and my family uh, for 20 years. It supported me and my family for 20 years. My nephew worked with me hard in that appliance repair business. He stuck with me. He listened to me. He learned it, and I passed it on to him. And shout out to Mrs. Sims and stuff. Her and her daughter stopped through here, and they saw my nephew. We got to talk a little bit, and that's what my nephew was telling. He couldn't go get a better job than this. I was asking him, "Hey, is it doing well for you and your family?" Yeah, it's doing well. And I look at him and his family, and I see they look like me and my family look back then. It's still providing for him. So I was able to take that business that I created that he worked with me for. I was able to pass it down to him, and he got the same amount of what we call that I got. Not only that, let me show you this. While we was here, I was telling him, I was like, man, I need. I sometimes I feel like I need to get back into the truck. Sometimes, and him and I, and all this happened. I might be. Let me see if I can share that. Give me a sec. I'll see if I can share this. Well, nah, I got too much information there. I'll see. Well, anyway, uh, let me see. Let me see if I can share. Anyway, I was telling him we was here. I was like, I'm thinking about running out doing some service calls. I get the need to get back in some trucks. And and I said, I'm thinking about just doing some seal system. Man, forget that. Do my seal system. Okay. He sent me two seal systems last this week. We talked, I think it was Monday. I done two right before Christmas, a couple of thousand. Got a couple of $1,000 right before Christmas and got it out my system. So oh man, I feel good. And just the fact of knowing that if ever I want to do it, I reach out to my nephew. Hey, send me a couple of seal system jobs. Hey, there you go, Unc. He peeled them off to me, no problem. He doesn't want to do them. Hey, I got two of them. Go do them if you want to do them. Get your money. Okay, that's fine. And and that's what happened when you build these businesses. And that's why I can't get my family to understand. His family is good. I know what that appliance repair business is going to do. He know. We're talking to him. I asked him, "Do you ever feel like you're not gonna get any calls?" He said, "I'll be honest, when I first took over, I did feel that way. I didn't know if I was gonna get a steady flow of calls. Now I know that's gonna be here. I'm good. He enjoys it. He does everything. He enjoys it. Same thing. I had a young guy used to work with me at the ice cream parlor. Come home for Christmas. um, he reached out to me and say, "Hey, Mr. Sneed, can I work with you to make some money before I go back to college?" Yeah, come on and help me go do some of this construction on this new ice cream parlor. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna call Walmart because he used to work with me. Then he went to go work at Walmart. And what happened? He come home for the holidays. I know how it is. You want to make some money before you go back to school. When I was in college, Mr. Eden used to let me work for him. I can make some money before I went back to college, and that I love that. Whenever we had breaks, he said, "I'm gonna call Walmart, see if they'll put me back on the schedule." I said, "They ain't gonna put you back on the schedule." I don't know. The manager said I could. I'm gonna call them. He show up today. Mr. Sneed, you got anything I can do before I go back? I said, "What happened to Walmart? They didn't never call." I said, "I knew they weren't gonna call you. Come back up." I told him, come up here Tuesday, and you help me rearrange the ice cream parlor and help me paint the floors and all that stuff. I got something you can do to make you some money. But I can do that because I own the business. I ain't gotta say, "Oh, I'm gonna call this person see if I get you on the schedule." No, I know this kid. I'd much rather him if he's going to college and he need to make him a few extra dollars before he go back. I know how it is to be broke in college. And you don't want him going out here doing something crazy. You tell him, "Come up here. I got something for you to do." I make something for him to do to make a little extra money. So he come up here. He'll come up here next week. He'll make his money. But that's what you do when you own these businesses. If I worked for somebody, I couldn't have done that. There's no way in the world I could. People could come to me. "Hey, Mr. Sneed, you got something I can do before I go back to college, make me a little extra money?" Let me call my supervisor, see if they got something for you to do. You can't do it. I ain't got to call nobody. I just tell them, "Hey, get your butt up here on Tuesday, and we're gonna go." Hold on a second. "Hey, Mike, you going out? You coming back? All right, come right back." I said, "You what you call uh, you just come on right up here and go to work, and I pay you your money, so you have a little money to go back to school." But all that comes from being an entrepreneur and running your businesses and stuff. And people don't look at that. They don't think nothing of it. They think they're gonna go get these jobs and these most of them probably get laid off when they go back after Christmas. At the beginning of the year, they get laid off. And I never that's one thing I never seen. I saw I'm sorry she felt that happened to her. That girl Taraji P. Henson or whoever. I'm sorry, she felt like she can't get paid and she crying and this and that. I ain't never with appliance repair. I have never felt like crying because I couldn't get paid. Now on the other end, somebody didn't want to pay me, and their stuff couldn't get fixed. Now they was crying on the phone, but nah, I ain't never cried. Hey, I just won't fix it. You know, I just not gonna fix it. And the cost is the cost. You know, you go out there and you want to get it fixed. That's what it's gonna cost you. I ain't gonna fix it. Now the other end, they might have felt like, but I knew what my price was. They had to come to it. And to see these actors crying because nobody wants to pay them, and they're going to work these jobs, and we continue to keep pushing people in that way. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like I say, this weekend I'm gonna have to deal with all of that. No, I always say that's the problem. They can't go tell their managers and they can't go tell their supervisors how they truly feel. So the next thing they can do is jump on me and tell me how much they truly would like to be in the position I'm in, but they just don't know how to get there. I heard Suge Knight say something. No, that Suge Knight had this thing he does called collect call from Suge, and that's one thing he said on this last one. No, jealousy is worse than hate. If they just hated me, That you just don't have to be around that person. You ain't got to see them. I hate them. I ain't gonna be around them. No, because I don't have to deal with. But in order to be jealous of somebody, they always got to be in your face. You always got to see what they're doing and this and that festers, and that's when the jealousy starts to pop in, and people then that's when they start to plot and try to do bad things to you and try to bring down your spirit and try to belittle your stuff. That thing I tell them, when I be telling them about the education and this and that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that because I ain't going that way. But when I'm telling them that I'm teaching people stuff, they don't nobody do that mess. They don't. You just up there just giving people. They think I'm like preaching or prospering. I'm doing all this. No, I'm not. I'm teaching them how to actually run a business, uh, how to actually start businesses and stuff. And they look at it like that and say, "Oh, you up here prophesizing, preaching." I'm not. I'm not. And now I'm showing them, you know, because of of what I know and what I do. People seek me out to do stuff. They don't. I have yet to be with any of my family and friend members and somebody whatever their thing is, if it's whatever it is that they do for a career. I have yet to see somebody ask them, hey, can you do this for me, or or how they do it. Never, never, never seen it. Never in my life have I seen it. I'm gonna read a little bit of this. I'm getting out here because it's cold, and I'm kind of rambling because these Negroes done got in my last nerve already, and I'm getting myself my boxing gloves on to get ready to go out here and have it out with them this weekend. So I'm kind of doing my pregame. 63 Impala Rag dude. What's up, Mike and ABC family? Hey, what's going on? David Lane, what's going on? How are you? All right. Good to see you. What's going on, Appliance Boss? What's up, Mike? Merry Christmas. What's up, ABC fam? All right. Good evening, ABC family. What's happening? Daryl the Finisher. What's up, Mike and ABC? What's happening? Crystal clean, lack of vision, and it really depends on who it is coming from. Yeah. And I tend to stay away from them types of vision killers. Yeah, they can be bad. Decent enough. What's going on, Mike and ABC fam? What's happening? Greg B. So what's up, Mike and ABC? What's up, Greg? Appliance balls. People believe everything is a scam these days. Common sense ain't always common. Yeah, it's not. And it's lack of exposure and all that stuff. And it's just crazy. They try to tell me something. And I don't even argue with them now. They try to tell me something they don't know anything about, just something they just rambling off the top of their head. And then and then they're gonna tell me they talked to somebody. I talked to a lawyer. You ain't talked to no lawyer. You gonna this is the thing too. They're gonna tell me, oh, I talked to a lawyer. A lawyer told me this. Now here it is. I say, no, a lawyer for me to go see my lawyer cost me $100 an hour. Go talk to my lawyer. Now, here go a Negro don't make $30 an hour. Gonna tell me he gonna take time off and it ain't gonna be after hours. You have to go during the day and talk to him. And you gonna tell me you don't make $30 an hour and you gotta go work to get your $30 an hour. That you gonna take time from work to go see a lawyer and pay them $100 an hour to talk to you about some stuff in business. Come on, man. You ain't got the money to do it. You ain't got the money to do it, and you ain't got the time to do it. So I know you lying when you tell me that type of stuff. Uh, what's up, Tim? Hey, unfortunately, you have to distance yourself from your family. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Downey Madden, what's up, Mike and ABC fam? All right, Quinn. All right, what's going on, Quinn? Say, hey, Mike and ABC fam. Man, decent enough. Go to the doc, Mike, and get some meds too. Tomorrow, health is wealth, brother. No doubt. I'm gonna have to do something tomorrow. This cold done spit the block on me and came back. SQ Services, what's up, man? Mastermind. Talk that talk, Mike. I got to hear. There you go. I got to hear that same bullshit this weekend. Man, I'm telling you, it's so bad. Ew. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. But what I'm doing now now I'm whatchamacall. I'm taking the gloves off now because now all this stuff I said 6, 7 years ago is coming back. And I can say you all was wrong on that. I was right. D. Charles, and Merry Christmas, everyone. All right. F. Robinson. What's going on, man? Brother Mike and ABC fam. All right. Donnie Madden. Thank you for your help. No problem. Oh, no problem, man. Glad you got everything fixed, man. There are people that have never run their own business always go off of feelings. It's like when you give a customer a price and they say it's too high, but they don't know why it's too high. No doubt. No doubt. Always going on feeling. And the thing about it, the thing about it, I have to tell them just because you're getting louder don't mean you're right. The facts. Well, yeah, it is facts. They ain't going to go see no lawyer, and they making $30 an hour. They can't afford to go pay nobody no $100 an hour to go talk no business law, nothing like that. And so I know you can't do it. Um, and so uh, just crazy for them to do that, and then then they get loud about it. I talked to a lawyer. A lawyer told me this. You ain't talk to no lawyer. Who the lawyer? Don't worry about it. I did. Man, get out of here. So once again, decent up. Yeah, I gotta stay healthy. So I'm getting ready to cut this one a little short. I gotta get myself together because, like I say, I gotta whatchamacall. I gotta, I gotta get ready for this weekend. Also, I've whatchamacall. I might have to deliver a washer, do a setup. A guy bought my extra washer and dryer set, and he wants me to set it up for him. So I might do a setup of that. So if I do that, I'll show you all how to set them up. Reginald Russell, Mike, you ever thought about starting an event space? Excuse me. That goes back into that. I know that's I think that's one of the newer things that people are trying to get into. All this stuff like event space and stuff. It goes back to that same thing. Uh, I shouldn't say that. Matter of fact, I am gonna say it. Let me get this right here. Let me pull that up. Um, why they want to do stuff like those event spaces and stuff like that. Um, uh, Let me see if I can find it. The See if I can find reason they want to do that because it doesn't require that much money to do it. You just rent out a space and then hope somebody come rent it for you to do events and stuff. We had somebody that was going to do it downtown. A lot of the downtown places won't let you do them anymore because the downtown most of the time have a civic center and they don't want you they don't want the competition for nothing large. Same thing for you. They don't want you to have the event spaces because too many times the event spaces turn into churches on the weekend. So they don't want to have a churches downtown and none of that stuff. But for us, that's the next little Airbnb. Oh, I'm gonna go rent this building. Then I'm gonna sublease it to other people to have events and stuff. And what it doesn't require you to actually have to have any type of ownership or anything like that. You just kind of trying to stay in the middle and negotiate and just pull some cash off. Granted, I think you will make some money off of it. I haven't. I still haven't seen uh, long term. Nobody who's done it long term and made no money. Most of the people I know who has really made money with stuff like that, the people who own the building. We try to go too far away from actually owning any property and wanting to be the person who's in control. So I personally, that look like one of those other things, almost like the Airbnb play where you go rent an apartment, then try to rent it out on Airbnb. That's what that looked like to me, to be honest. And, we had a guy, I'm trying to find it. They had a write up about it this weekend. Let me see. This guy, he ah, let me see. Uh, see if I can find it. Anyway, they had a write up today. This guy, this brother, he 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 uh pretty much what he was doing, pretty much the same thing. Doing the riots thing that they had down there at the George Floyd in Raleigh. A lot of the businesses pulled up and left downtown Raleigh because the police and stuff didn't try to control it and curb it. So from there, you had a lot of these organizations, Democrat. I ain't gonna say Democrat. A lot of these organizations start saying, "Hey, uh, let us put some minority businesses in there," and the minority businesses was stuff like that they try to put in. Um, this one guy had a building downtown, and he kind of sublet it. So he actually wanted to have African American shoot products being sold there. So, but what he done it like a flea market. He rented out the booth spaces to you, and you go rent a booth space, and from there you sold your goods and stuff inside there. So it's kind of like he rent the building and sublet it out these little instead of subletting the whole building, he just sublet 10 by 20 spots in there, and he was doing that. But with that, it didn't sustain. He had to close that down. The other one it was a peer some life coaching stuff he was doing in it, and he got a grant from the government and then the government didn't renew the grant, so he closed that down. And they're showing all these businesses that wasn't real businesses. It was just stuff like that was that closed down. And I think that's why people like it. They say I can come in and make a little bit of money. If it don't work, I don't care. Close the doors. It ain't mine. I leave. They don't try to build nothing that's sustainable, that can last generation to generation, where they can pass it down to their kids and grandkids. All they're doing is trying to get a quick hustle and pull stuff off and make some quick money and then go to the next quick hustle. Picture man, Mike, I understand my family members have the money but won't to invest. Okay. Reginald Crew, what's happening? What's up, Mike and ABC family? Hey, how you doing? All right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get me some medicine and get ready for this holiday weekend. You all have a Merry Christmas. I'll be back on next Thursday. I won't be here Monday. Monday is the actual holiday, so I'll be back next Thursday. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.